(1:15). This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Niranjan Abesundara. The New Year's Nakatsetu has been handed over to the President. It has been stated there is no clause of the Terrorism Prevention Act of losing the rights of the people. A bilateral discussion between Sri Lanka and the Asian countries are taking place to strengthen the relationship between the countries. Crystal meth worth over 6.75 million rupees recovered from Telangana, and killing of pro-Kremlin blogger investigated as murder. On to the local news. Following custom and traditions, the Nakatsetu, the table or auspicious times of this year's Sinhala Tamil New Year, has been presented to the President Ranil Wickremesinghe by the Minister Vidura Wickramanayake and the Development of Cultural Affairs. The auspicious time relating to Sinhala Tamil New Year, indicating the dawn of the New Year, the Punya Kalaya for observances, the lighting of the hearths, cooking of the first meal and the time of serving the first meal and anointing oil, and for leaving for work are included in the Nakatsetu. Minister Viridas Ratapaksa said the persons who act against Terrorism Prevention Act are a group that will be expect to engage in terrorism activities. There is no clause in this act of losing the rights of the people. The government responsibility is to safeguard the country. Therefore, the government is bound to bring rules and regulations needed for the country. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Bilateral discussions between Sri Lanka and the Asian countries are taking place to strengthen the relationship between the countries. A discussion was held on the patronage of the State Minister of Foreign Affairs, Tharaka Balasurya, with Indonesia, Malaysia, Myanmar, Thailand, Vietnam, and the participation of senior officials of the State Ministry. They also focused attention to exchange cultural and religious ties with these countries. In a special search operation conducted in the sand dunes sea area of Telangana, Sri Lanka Navy has recovered 4 crystal meth known as crystal meth or ice, adrift on waters. A special operation was mounted by SLS Telangana in the North Naval Command in the sand dune area yesterday. In a special search, the packages of meth have been kept in the naval custody until they are handed over to the authorities for onward legal action, the Navy said. That was the local news. And now on to the main news.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The time period has been given to import electrical vehicle for the migrant workers who sent foreign exchange to the country has been extended till August. Minister Manusha Nayakkara said that system will be prepared to provide vehicle permits to import electrical vehicles for the persons who bring dollars privately. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Watch Live is brought to you by
CIB New Year Bonanza. Special gifts and vouchers available till the 10th of April. Special discounts up to 20% on bank cards. CIB, excellence in customer care.
Farmers in several villages in Anuradhapura district are facing many hardships due to attack caused by wild elephants. 100 acres of paddy lands have been damaged by these wild elephants. It has been reported the crops were damaged by a herd of 150 wild elephants. The farmers requested the relevant authority to provide compensation for their crop damages. That came to you in Watchlight.
CIB New Year Bonanza. Special gifts available till the 10th of April. Special discounts up to 20% on bank cards. CIB, excellence in customer care.
On to world news. World news and killing of pro-Kremlin blogger investigated as murder. Aboriginal giant of nation Yungipingu dies aged 74. Trump gearing up for battle of New York court hearing, lawyers said. The killing of Russian military blogger Vladimir Tatarsky is being investigated as high-profile murder, authorities have said. Tatarsky, a vocal supporter of Russia's war in Ukraine, died in an explosion at St. Petersburg cafe last evening. 24 others were taken to hospital and 6 were in critical condition, health ministry said. Videos posted on social media showed the blast and injured people on the street. It is not immediately clear who was responsible for the attack. One of Australia's most influential Aboriginal leaders, Yunupingu, has died in Northern Territory aged 74. Yunupingu was a trailblazer in the fight for land rights and constitutional recognition of indigenous people in Australia. He died after a long illness. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese laid tributes to the Gumatja clan leader, saying he was a great leader and statesman. Note to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island leaders, Yunupingu's last name and image are used here in accordance with wishes of his family. Former US President Donald Trump is gearing up for battle ahead of his scheduled court hearing on Tuesday, his lawyers said. Mr. Trump is expected to fly to New York City from Lamongo home today to face charges related to hush money payments made to a porn star. He then plans to return to Florida following his court hearing, where he will address his supporters. Mr. Trump has continued to deny any wrongdoing. His lawyer Joe Tacopina promised that any charges against the former president will be fought vigorously. And back to the headlines of the world news. Killing of pro-Kremlin blogger investigated as murder. Aboriginal giant of nation Yunupingu dies aged 74. Trump gearing up for battle at New York court hearing, lawyer says. Development news. The Ministry of Agriculture says that reconstruction of 497 canals has commenced in 11 districts. The World Bank has provided $140 in this regard. Reconstruction work of 70 tanks in the Kamali district and 20 tanks in Andalpur district have been carried out. And on to sports news. The South African team is qualified for the 50-over World Championship cricket tournament, which is to be held in October. The team has recorded a 146-run victory played against Netherlands. West Indies team has obtained the opportunity to qualify for the tournament. With this victory, South Africa team has secured the 8th place of the World Championship Super League table of the ICC.
Go ekak thiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු ගීන හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The Commercial Bank of Ceylon has significantly expanded trade opportunities for its business clients through the launch of 2 new platforms, one in collaboration with the International Finance Corporation, IFC, and the other developed independently. While both platforms are designed as ecosystems that create networking prospects across borders and within the country, Commercial Bank Leap, developed with support from the IFC, is a comprehensive business ecosystem that will focus on elevating businesses through the digitalized enterprises and Trade Club, the bank's own platform. It is designed to empower importers and exporters by providing them easy access to the bank's trade services. That was Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak thiyana youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු ගීන හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
And on to economic news, the government has issued necessary bills worth 110,000 million rupees. The bills will be expiring on 91, 182 and 64 days. The relevant auction will be conducted tomorrow. It can be purchased from the primary dealers and licensed commercial banks. That is economic news. And on to the weather. Showers and showers will occur at several places or most parts of the country during the afternoon or night. Fairly heavy showers about 20 millimeters likely at some places in the central, Sabaragamu and western provinces and the Golden Matra districts. And back to the headlines of the news. The New Year Nakat seat tour has been handed over to the President. It has been stated there is no clause in the Tourism Prevention Act of losing the rights of the people. A bilateral discussion between Sri Lanka and the Asian countries are taking place to strengthen relationship between the countries. Crystal meth worth over 67.5 million rupees recovered from Telangana. And in world news, killing or proclaimed in blogger investigated as murder. That is the news.